My fiancé gave me a safety amulet, but I directly ground the paper talisman into powder, mixed it into the drink I handed him, and watched him drink it down, only because in my past life I listened to his lies and carried the talisman with me, only to have my deceased younger sister seize my body, turning me into a wandering ghost, unable to be reincarnated for eternity. My sister used my body to reunite with my family, marry my fiancé, and live a happy and fulfilling life. I became a wandering ghost, rejected by heaven and earth, my soul collapsing, and ultimately perishing completely. It was only then that I realized that the amulet he gave me contained my sister's soul, and I was the body he had chosen. He was just waiting for me to carry that amulet close to my body for a month, so that my sister could seize my body and be reborn. Opening my eyes again, I returned to the day he gave me the amulet. Don't you love my sister? Then I'll make sure you're together forever. Yeah. I specially asked a master to get this safety amulet for you. It only needs to be carried close to the body to take effect. It's said to be very effective. You should take it. The moment my fiancé handed me the amulet, I knew I had been reborn. In my previous life, I was overjoyed to learn that he had sought a safety amulet for me, and I carried it close to my body every day, almost never letting it leave my side. But not long after, problems started occurring with my body. But the hospital checkup results showed that everything was normal, until the moment I completed the month. I felt a soul-tearing pain. I was awakened by the pain, only to find that my soul had left my body, and my body was smiling. Later I learned that the soul in my body was my younger sister. She had been residing in the safety amulet, and as long as I wore it for a full month, she could completely seize my body and be reborn. And my parents also knew about this plan, but they tacitly allowed everything to happen, just to resurrect my sister, deep within my soul. A pain as if being forcibly torn apart arose again. Looking at his hypocritical face, I couldn't help but want to kill him. But thinking of the arrangement to come, I slightly curved the corners of my mouth, barely managing a smile, pretending to happily accept the talisman. Taking out a small sachet, and stuffing the amulet into it. Lin Su, thank you. I really like it. I haven't given you any engagement gifts. I'm so touched. Why don't you tell me where you got the amulet? I'll get one for you too. Lin Zu's eyes flickered, and he quickly said, no need. Yeah. This thing is very difficult to obtain. I don't want you to suffer. Oh, yeah. Look how much Lin Su cares for you. You're really lucky to find such a good boyfriend. My mother smiled to herself on the side, as if happy for our harmonious relationship. But when I thought of the truth I learned in my previous life, I felt a chill in my heart. My sister and I are twins, but she was born weak. So when our parents went out to work, I was left in our hometown. But she was taken away to live with our parents. I see them no more than 10 times a year, and each time it's just a fleeting glance. So there's no deep connection at all. I knew they preferred my younger sister, so I studied extra hard, hoping my parents would pay more attention to me. In my previous life, after my sister passed away, my parents sent me a message saying they missed me and wanted me to come back to them. I was overjoyed at the time, naively thinking that my love had moved them. I didn't hesitate to choose to live with them, and through them, I met my current fiancé. But it turned out they just wanted my sister to take over my body. It was all a scam. Yeah. I hope this talisman will bless me with happiness and health for the rest of my life, I replied, stroking the talisman in my hand, with my eyes lowered. Hearing this, my mom's face changed instantly, and she glared at me fiercely. My dad rushed up directly and slapped me across the face, knocking my head to the side. He pointed his finger at my nose and cursed. What do you mean? Are you implying something about your sister? If you hadn't snatched your sister's nutrients while in the womb, making her so weak, would she have died so young? You get the benefit and still act like an innocent victim. How could I have given birth to such a shameless daughter like you? A buzzing sound rang in my ears, and my cheek burned with pain. I stared at my dad in disbelief, forcing out a few tears. Dad, what did I say? I just hope I can live a healthy life. How am I implying anything about my sister? Lin Su gave me this amulet to protect me. Isn't that to wish me well? You've already lost one daughter. Do you want to lose another? Then I might as well just throw away the amulet. You don't want me to be safe anyway. A flicker of guilt flashed in his eyes, which then turned to fresh anger when he heard I was going to throw away the amulet. He was about to hit me again. Seeing this, Lin Su quickly stepped in to smooth things over, and stopped him while winking at him. Uncle. Calm down. Linya didn't mean it that way. She's also sad that her sister died. As the older sister, she definitely wants Linen to live. Right? A glimmer of light flashed in his eyes, his words carrying a guiding meaning. Hearing his words, my dad finally seemed to realize his mistake and quickly said, Yeah. Don't take your dad seriously. It's just that your sister's death was too sudden. And Dad didn't react for a moment. You should still keep this amulet close to your body. Dad still wants you to be safe. My mom also quickly chimed in. Yes. You should still wear it. This is Lin Zu's good intention. I felt a wave of nausea in my heart. The reborn me didn't intend to endure it anyway. I stepped forward and slapped my dad hard. The crisp sound of the slap echoed in the air. All three of them looked at me in disbelief, as if I had done something outrageous. An apology should be sincere. Dad, I accept your sincerity. I knew they wouldn't do anything to me. After all, in their eyes, my body already belonged to their precious daughter. If their precious daughter's body suffered any damage, they would surely be heartbroken. So, after saying those words, I went straight back to my room. Not long after, I heard angry cursing from outside. This is outrageous. Unbelievable. She actually dared to hit me. My father slammed his fist on the table in anger, using all sorts of nasty words to insult me. Oh dear. Let's just put up with her for this 1 month. After a month, our Ainen will be back. The grievances we endure now are all for Ainen. My mother softly consoled him. That's right, Uncle. For Ainen's sake, just bear with it. When Linen occupies her body, her soul will have nowhere to go and will only dissipate. It'll be revenge for you too. Lin Su chimed in, helping to smooth things over. I coldly curled my lips, slamming the talisman Lin Su gave me hard on the ground, grinding it to pieces with the tip of my shoe. Looking at the talisman scraps on the ground, my face was filled with disgust. But for the sake of my future plans, I still swept the scraps into the dustpan. The next day, after getting off work, I went to the fruit store and bought several kinds of strongly scented fruits. Carrying them back home, I was the only one at home, which was exactly what I wanted. I used a blender to crush the talisman scraps from the dustpan together with the fruit, making sure they were thoroughly mixed, and then poured the liquid into a cup, not letting a single drop go to waste. After doing all this, I heard a noise outside the door. Mom, don't worry. I will definitely treat Ainen well in the future. Lin Su walked into the room with my parents. Still chatting, Lin Su was expressing his loyalty to my parents, but not for me, but for Linen. Since you love her so much, then you can be together forever. I will bless you. I chuckled softly, quickly adjusting my expression to make myself look brighter, like a young girl in love. Click. Lin Su, you're back. I bought some fruit today and made you a drink. Why don't you try it? I pushed open the door and walked out. ignoring the stunned expressions of my parents, and handed my special fruit drink to Lin Su. Yeah, you're home so early today. Don't you usually get back at 7? Lin Zu's expression stiffened, with a hint of guilt and panic in his eyes. Oh, the last project ended, so I didn't have to work overtime today. By the way, what were you talking about just now? The blender was too loud. I didn't hear anything. I pretended not to have heard anything. Before everything was settled, I was happy to maintain relative peace. He breathed a sigh of relief, quickly took the drink from my hand, and took a big gulp. Haha. It's nothing. Just persuading uncle with auntie. Telling him that feelings need to be cultivated, and you will definitely reconcile in the future. I didn't answer, just nodded slightly, watching him drink the entire glass of beverage little by little. Things went even smoother than I had imagined. On the 3rd day, I noticed a subtle change in Lin Su. This change was so slight that it would normally go unnoticed. But having lived through one cycle already, I could clearly sense that something was off. Lin Su, why are you up so early? I called out to him without betraying my suspicions, staring intently at his dazed expression. I don't know. Maybe I went to bed early yesterday. Lin Su shook his head, trying to pull himself together. He looked at me, asking with a hint of nervousness. By the way, yeah. How are you feeling today? Have you noticed any changes in your body? I sneered inwardly, but on the surface, I feigned confusion. Changes? What changes would I have? Seeing that my expression seemed genuine, a flicker of bewilderment crossed his eyes. He made up a quick excuse. It's just that talisman I gave you. It's supposed to protect you, right? I was just wondering if you felt any lighter or more relaxed. I furrowed my brow slightly in a well-acted manner, my tone carrying just the right amount of delicate complaint. It doesn't work that quickly. It's not some kind of magic pill. It probably needs more time to show any effects. He muttered to himself as if waking from a dream. Right. It needs more time. This hypocritical display made me feel ill. I suppressed the urge to vomit, lowered my eyes, and said softly to him, "Oh, right. Lin Su, I have to go on a business trip to another city for a while. I'm counting on you to take care of the house while I'm gone." I couldn't risk being caught in his game. I had decided to leave this place a long time ago. The only reason I hadn't left yesterday was because I hadn't installed the surveillance cameras yet, which delayed my plans. What? You're leaving? For how long? Lin Zu's voice suddenly rose in pitch. I looked up, feigning surprise, and saw that his face was ashen, and he was looking at me with an urgent expression. Lin Su, it's just a business trip. I'm not never coming back. What's with your reaction? He quickly realized that he had lost control of his emotions and forced a smile. Sorry. Yeah. I startled you. I'm just worried about you. Do you have to go on this business trip now? You just got home. And it's a good time to build a relationship with your aunt and uncle. Going on a business trip now is not good for the development of your relationship. I pretended to hesitate, wrinkling my brow. Under his hopeful gaze, I sighed. I don't want to either. But my boss said that the person in charge over there specifically requested me. If I don't go, they won't sign the contract. Lin Su, you know what a great opportunity this is, right? Lin Su still wanted to try to persuade me, but I cut him off with my words. You forgot. You said you liked my independent and strong side the most. Are you trying to stop me now? He was choked by his own words, unable to refute, and could only nod helplessly in agreement. Okay then. Go early and come back soon. I looked at him with a face full of gratitude. Lin Su, thank you for supporting me. I'm so lucky to have met a husband like you. Oh, please tell my parents for me. am in a hurry, so I won't stay any longer." Having said that, I turned directly around, not even looking at his expression, and quickly left the house. My parents excel at sophistry. In my previous life, during that month, whenever I had the thought of leaving home, they would make a scene regardless of the occasion, publicly denouncing me as unfilial, turning me into a laughingstock. I won't fall for that trick again in this life. Lin Su, who wanted to use my parents to restrain me, could only watch helplessly as I left. After leaving home, I drove directly to the neighboring city and moved into my newly purchased house. There's something I didn't tell Lin Su. I wasn't actually on a business trip. I had directly submitted an application and transferred to a branch office, planning to settle down here from now on. I had saved up some money from working over the past few years, originally intending to use it to buy a wedding house. But it turned out that this money was used to make a wedding dress for that dog of a man and woman. Now, I decisively used it to purchase this residence that belongs entirely to me. Although the area is smaller than expected, it is my own personal haven. To ensure safety, I also specially installed an additional security door on top of the original door access system, choosing a model with an observation window so that I can observe the outside without having to go out. With everything ready, I wanted to pull up the surveillance footage from Lin Zu's side to check on the situation. When the phone suddenly rang, the word "mom" flashing on the screen made me raise my eyebrows. I chuckled as I pressed the answer button, wanting to see what new drama this loving mother and her good husband could put on. Yeah. Why did you go on a business trip at this time? You just got home, and we haven't spent much time together. You should come back quickly." She's starting to play the emotional card again. She's always been like this, having no real affection for me but always being able to use this trick with practiced ease. In my previous life, I was forced into a desperate situation step by step by this kind of soft and hard tactics, ultimately ending up in that state. "Mom, I can't help it. The client specifically asked me to come here. Otherwise, they'll just quit this job." I pretended to hesitate as I threw out this suggestion. I know her too well. This job has a good salary, low pressure, and the boss is sentimental. If I really quit, her precious daughter would neither get a job arrangement in the future nor get any benefits. And she would definitely not want to see such a situation. Don't. Yeah. My mom was indeed anxious. Your current job is so good. Mom doesn't disagree with you going on a business trip, but you just came back. And we miss you too, as long as her precious daughter's interests are involved. My mom is more anxious than anyone else. If I hadn't personally seen their doting on my younger sister, I wouldn't be so eager to receive the same love. How ironic. In the end, I thought my mom would give up on this, but unexpectedly, she went even further and made an even more shameless request. "Look, how about this? The city you're on a business trip to isn't far from home, only a 3-hour drive. You can just come home to live, leave for the company earlier every day, and wouldn't that solve everything? Living at home will save you some money. You're still young, and you'll have plenty of expenses in the future. It won't hurt to save up a bit. So I should save money now, so she can leave it to her precious darling in the future, making me sleep 3 hours less every day just to keep me under her thumb. These scumbag parents really stop at nothing. They'll spend my own money. No need for you to worry about it." I lost interest in talking to her and was about to hang up when my father's angry scolding came from the other end. "You little bitch. Where the hell have you been? Hurry up and get your ass back here. A real whore. Not staying at home, just running around outside trying to seduce men. Right. These two, one plays the good cop, the other the bad cop. Quite the coordinated act. No wonder they say birds of a feather flock together." I sneered and slowly said, "Wow, Dad, you're so experienced. So you've been seducing men during the days you're not at home. No wonder you're getting more charming as you get older. A heavy panting sound came from the other end of the phone, followed by a crash, clearly infuriated by my words. You bitch. You dare talk back. Get back here now, or I'll go to your workplace. The same old trick. Always the same old trick. My mom's moral blackmail. My dad's tantrums and hysterics. All the tricks they used in my past life. Not missing a single one. But this time, I won't be easily manipulated by him. Go ahead. Go. If you dare to go, I dare to jump from the house. Might as well die together. I'm using your dear daughter's future body now. If I die, she'll never come back. Do you dare to gamble? My dear father. The sound of things being smashed came from the other end of the phone, followed by my mother's scream. Old Lynn, calm down. Yeah. Please come back. Your dad is very angry. Let's talk about it face to face. I interrupted her directly. Mom, you should take care of Dad. How can he always be out seducing men? Don't you feel disgusted sleeping with him? Bitch. Twin stars. You are the cursed one. The master was right. You are here to bring misfortune to our family. I should have strangled you at birth. My hand, which was stroking the edge of the table, stopped, slowly repeating the strange term. Master. A scene of chaos and panic ensued on the other end. After a long time, I heard my mother's slightly guilty voice. Yeah. You must be very busy. So Mom won't bother you anymore. What your dad said was just out of anger. Don't take it to heart. The other end immediately hung up the phone. I stared at the phone for a while, then let out a low, soft laugh. So that's how it is. So the first half of my unwanted life was actually because of a so-called master. Then could this talisman also be the work of this master? I gazed at the surveillance screen, full of expectations for what was to come in the following days. My parents didn't call me again. Only Lin Su contacted me from time to time, asking if I was carrying the safety amulet. Of course, I knew very well that my parents must be eavesdropping on the other side. Each time, I answered that I had it with me, and I would show them the empty pouch. That's good. By the way, have you had any symptoms lately? I pretended to ponder, watching Lin Zu's nervous expression on the other side of the screen, curved my lips into a smile, and replied softly, now that you mention it. I do seem to be a bit more tired lately. Maybe my sleep quality wasn't so great before. Now it seems like I'm sleeping more soundly. Of course, I made this up. It was also different from the effects of the amulet, but I didn't want to arouse Lin Zu's suspicion. So I just said the opposite effect. He seemed relieved, patting his chest, with obvious red blood vessels in his eyes. That's good. He said that's good several times in a row, his expression looking a little creepy. But I pretended not to see it and quietly waited for him to hang up the phone. The phone was quickly hung up. I turned on the surveillance on my phone and saw the three of them sitting together, discussing. Great. The master was right. Our Anan is coming back soon. Ha. My poor Anan. Cursed by that jinx since she was little, and she didn't make it in the end. Now she finally doesn't have to worry. She will live healthily, and that jinx is going to die. Phew. The master is really capable. I'll be able to see Anan again soon. I really miss her. I watched the three of them reveling, and thought to myself, laugh, make merry. You will soon reap despair. Time quickly arrived at the 11th day. It was also the day my symptoms worsened in my previous life. This day happened to be a Saturday, and I turned on the surveillance early in the morning to observe the situation on the other side. But I found that Lin Zu's symptoms were slightly different from mine. Anan, is that you? Anan, are you back? The first thing he did when he opened his eyes was to pounce on the empty balcony, wrapping his arms around it tightly. But he didn't catch anything, and he fell to the ground. Ah! He let out a painful cry, but stubbornly hugged his arms, looking affectionately at the Anan in his arms. Anan, I miss you so much. Has 30 days passed? I don't even remember, but it's good that you're back. It's good that you're back. His strange state made me narrow my eyes and sit up straight. It's different from my situation. Why? Because he drank the talisman, and I carried it with me. I didn't know what kind of changes this anomaly would cause, but since Lin Su was the one being tormented, I could still sit back and relax, watching the show. A strange development, but isn't it more interesting? The loud noise attracted my parents' attention. They forced their way in and were confronted with Lin Su in a strange state. What's wrong? Lin Su, why did you fall? They looked at Lin Su, who was embracing thin air. With astonishment in their eyes, Lin Su retracted his gaze from Anan and looked at my parents, puzzled. Uncle, Auntie, Anan has finally come back. Aren't you going to say hello to her? My parents exchanged glances, asking cautiously, Anan, where's Anan? Lin Su, are you hallucinating because you miss Anan too much? Anan is right here. Lin Su looked down, only to meet empty arms. His face instantly turned deathly pale. No, Anan. Then who was I just? My parents comforted him. You're probably just missing Anan too much. Don't worry. Anan will be back in 20 days. Aw, such a good kid. Auntie supports you and Anan being together. Lin Su wasn't calmed by my parents' comfort. Cold sweat broke out on his forehead, and he frantically fumbled for his phone, dialing my number impatiently. Beep, beep. The phone rang urgently. But I ignored it, waiting for it to hang up on its own. Answer the phone. Why aren't you answering? Answer the phone. Lin Su's expression instantly became ferocious. My parents were startled and looked at him, somewhat at a loss. Lin Su didn't have time to pay attention. He just stared intently at the phone screen, dialing the number again and again. Beep, beep. The phone rang a full 7 times. I savored his disheveled appearance, and only when the phone rang for the 8th time did I leisurely press the answer button. Launching into a barrage of scolding. Lin Su, are you sick? It's Saturday. If you're not sleeping, I am. Why are you calling so early in the morning? Trying to kill me? Lin Su asked in a trembling voice. Yeah. The safety charm I gave you. You're wearing it, right? You've been wearing it all along. Right. Asking every day. So annoying. Didn't you see me put it in the pouch with your own eyes? I've been wearing that pouch close to my body all the time. What more do you want? Through the surveillance screen, I saw his unfocused gaze fixated on a point in the empty space. Then he moved his gaze with difficulty, and finally closed his eyes. I just care about you. Yes, care about you, he hurriedly replied, his fingers trembling as he tried to press the hang-up button. But he couldn't manage it. Finally, I kindly pressed hang up, and he successfully disconnected the call. Then he took out his phone and searched for something, his eyes fixed on the screen, as if he had seen a satisfactory result, and a smile appeared on his face. That's great. It turns out I just have mental problems. That's great. This realization seemed to completely relax him. Lin Su straightened his collar and gave my parents, who were still in shock, an apologetic smile. Sorry, Uncle, Auntie. I'm having some health issues. Did I scare you? They quickly shook their heads, exchanged glances, and asked hesitantly, Lin Su, what was that just now? Oh, I must be missing Anan too much, so I was able to see her. I couldn't help but chuckle at his self-deceiving appearance. taking a screenshot of his forced composure at this moment and saving it. Don't rush. It's only the 11th day. Lin Zu's condition worsened day by day. On the 11th day, he could only occasionally see Lin An's shadow. But as time went on, Lin An appeared more and more frequently. And Lin Zu's emotions collapsed more and more each day. He went from asking me about the whereabouts of the safety charm once a day, to twice, 3 times, even more times a day each time. I would show him the pouch, and even took out the so-called amulet a few times to show him. Of course, it wasn't an amulet, just a prop talisman paper that cost 2 yuan on Pinduoduo. But he firmly believed it. However, recently, he started trying to get my current address, which alerted me. I tried to reduce going out as much as possible, but that wasn't foolproof. So I simply took annual leave, planning to stay home for these 10 days. Just as I was enjoying my vacation, a colleague sent me a message. Yeah. Has something happened at your home recently? Yesterday, a middle-aged couple came to our company and made a big scene, claiming to be your parents, and insisted that our company was exploiting you and demanded an explanation from the company. In the end, they threw a card to the boss and told him to deposit your salary into that card in the future. Otherwise, they would sue the company. Do you know what's going on? I was amused and angered. These scumbag parents couldn't get any advantage from me, so they actually went to the company to cause trouble. It seems they haven't been doing well lately either. Otherwise, they wouldn't risk their precious daughter's body being ruined by me to force me to show up. I flatly denied it. My parents, brother, son. You know my family situation. I've lived with my grandma since I was a child. And my parents haven't been around for years. I've even forgotten what they look like. How could a pair of parents suddenly appear? Probably a scam, right? The boss didn't transfer money to them, did he? They can only blame themselves. I deliberately chose to work in the city where they settled in order to be closer to them, but they didn't want to see me and told me not to mention their news to others, just because my sister might be unhappy. So, my explanation was accepted. Brother's son quickly replied, "Phew, that's good." Of course the money wasn't transferred. Scammers these days are really rampant, daring to use such tricks. I chatted with him for a few more words, then switched out of the chat box and clicked into the surveillance again, watching Lin Zu's crazy appearance, and my parents' cautious, even fearful expressions. My upset mood eased a little. Lin Zu's current situation is strange. Facing such a person every day. My parents are scared to death. But this is their house, and of course they can't leave. They don't dare to drive away the current Lin Su, so they can only live with him in fear. So, it is said that only a villain can grind another villain. Soon I looked at the date on my phone, calculating in my mind. On the 21st day, I pretended to be weak and took the initiative to call Lin Su. Hello. The phone was answered after a long while. Lin Zu's voice was hoarse, with a hint of madness. Lin Su, why have I been dreaming about Anan lately? She even said she would come looking for me. What do you think that means? I pinched my throat, trying to make my voice sound tearful, to sound more helpless. Is that so? Yeah. Don't overthink it. You just miss Anan too much. It's just a dream. On the other side of the monitor, Lin Zu's expression gradually softened, and the corners of his mouth even slightly curved, revealing his first smile in days. Across the screen, I simultaneously curled the corners of my mouth. Of course, I had to stabilize him for now. After all, this was already the 3rd stage. And I didn't know what symptoms he would have. It wouldn't be fun if he went crazy ahead of schedule. After hanging up the phone, the corners of his mouth would always twitch nervously, up and down, repeating this many times. But even more bizarrely, his expression was only half there. He could completely control his body, but his facial nerves seemed to have a problem, only able to make half an expression. He skillfully opened the search interface, entered his current condition, and after getting another scientific answer, felt even more at ease. Ha, ha ha. I'm just simply sick. I knew it. Didn't I see any talismans? Lin Su seemed to have transformed back into that gentleman, treating everything around him with politeness. But the people around him kept their distance even more. He could only control one eye, and didn't look in the mirror often. So of course he didn't know that his two eyes would turn in different directions. Time gradually progressed, and finally, the 30th day arrived. I looked at the numbers flashing on my phone, counting silently in my mind. Half an hour left. The time has finally come. I couldn't wait to call Lin Su, and this time he answered quickly, the anticipation in his tone completely undisguised. Looks like I'm not the only one looking forward to what comes next. But Lin Su, I hope you can maintain this optimistic anticipation after knowing the truth. Anin, is that you? You're back. Lin Su's voice was somewhat emotional, with a hint of longing, looking every bit the devoted lover. What are you thinking? How long has Anin been dead? It's me, Lin Ya. I rolled my eyes hard, no longer hiding my disgust for him. Are you out of your mind? I must have been blind to have fallen for you. Wah. What? You're not Anin. My answer surprised him, or rather, terrified him, because according to his plan, I should have been completely replaced by Linen. Anin. Stop fooling around. You're tricking me, right? I tapped my fingers on the table, crossed my legs, and said leisurely, don't mess with me. I'm here to tell you some news. Lin Su was still in a daze, seemingly not listening to me at all. No. Is it not time yet? It should be that it's not time yet. I stared at him intently, unable to suppress the corners of my mouth any longer. Lin Su, listen to me. I've been wanting to tell you something for a while now, but I haven't found the right moment. But I feel like I can't keep it from you anymore. He asked me absently. Oh, what is it? Is it important? It's just. I drew out my words. That amulet you gave me. I accidentally dropped it into the juice I made for you. I only realized it when I opened my purse at home. I was afraid you'd be angry, so I just bought another one and carried it with me. A moment of silence hung in the air. Lin Su stiffly turned his neck, his eyes staring directly at the screen, as if he wanted to pierce through it and see me on the other side. You. What did you say? Seeing his reluctance to accept reality, I kindly emphasized. That peace amulet was crushed by the blender and you drank every last bit of it. I'm sorry, Lin Su. I didn't want it to happen either. It was all an accident, as expected. Just another unexpected accident. Yeah. Don't scare me. You're joking with me, right? Stop it. Yeah. This joke isn't funny at all. No. Wait. You're an right? An really? You come back and play such a big joke on me? I retorted, displeased. What's wrong with you today? You keep calling me an. I'm telling you I'm not joking. It's just an amulet. It's not going to kill you. Why would I joke about that with you? Not joking. Hee. Ha ha. Lin Su laughed maniacally, throwing a punch into the air. He threw his phone on the ground, smashing everything around him, and cursed wildly. Lin Ya, you bitch. May you die a horrible death. Jinx. Omen of misfortune. Whore. I'm going to kill you. Ha ha. You knew all along, didn't you? Lin Su, are you crazy? It's just an amulet. Besides, Didn't you say that amulet can keep you safe? Then wouldn't it be even more effective if you ate it? Beep, beep, beep. I hung up the phone, focusing intently on the developments on the screen. Get out. Get out of my body. As time passed, the abnormalities on Lin Zu's body increased. His voice began to change. Sometimes a man's voice, sometimes a woman's voice. Gradually, his features also underwent some strange changes, seeming to become softer. Time slowly ticked to the 30th minute. I held my breath, watching Lin Su still smashing everything around him. Ha 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 ha. Lin Ya, your body is mine now. At that moment, Lin An's consciousness completely awakened within Lin Zu's body. She burst into a twisted laugh. But the laughter stopped abruptly when she saw her surroundings. Ah, Lin Ya, what have you done to my house? Looking at her familiar home turned into ruins, Lin Ya screamed in horror. Using Lin Zu's body, the left half of his mouth opened and closed, making sounds completely different from the right half. More eerie was the fact that the left half of his body was uncontrollably stiff, while the right half continued to smash and thrash wildly. What is this thing? Get out of my body. Get out. Get out of me. Lin Su noticed all of this. His right face was twisted in a roar, but his left face didn't synchronize. Lin Su was both shocked and frightened. He raised his right fist and slammed it hard into his left face. Ah. Lin Zu's left face was knocked to the side. He didn't feel any pain, but the left half of his mouth let out a painful cry. It was Lin An's voice. Lin An clutched his left cheek, incredulous. Brother Lin Su, how is it you? How am I in your body? Shouldn't I be in Lin Ya's body? Lin Zu's movements were filled with ferocity as he punched his left side, where Lin An was located, again and again. Now that you know, get out of here. Go find Lin Ya. Don't come looking for me. Lin An immediately screamed loudly. Impossible. This is also my body. If anyone's leaving, it's you. The two of them punched and kicked each other, each trying to kill the other, not giving the other soul any opportunity to take advantage. The scene on the screen was extremely bloody, but I was thrilled, feeling utterly satisfied. You only know how much a knife hurts when it's stabbed into your own body. You didn't hesitate when sacrificing me. Loved my sister to the point of death and back, but can't stand it when it's you and want to tell her to get out. Although this outcome deviated from what I expected, the deviation made me even happier. A true single body with two souls can never be separated. Lin Su and Lin An must both be very pleased. Right. How much they love each other. By the time my parents arrived home, Lin Zu's arms and legs had all been broken, and the floor was covered in blood. Yet, the two souls were still arguing. Get out. Get out of my body. Get out. Get out. You're the one who should get out. Don't you love me the most? Then why can't you let me have the body? Get out. The two of them were completely stunned. My mother let out a wail and rushed forward. My house. Lin Su. What are you doing? As a result, the two souls suddenly stopped arguing, reaching an agreement for the first time, staring straight at my parents. Living people. Living people. The two spoke in unison. Then, with lightning speed, they used their twisted bodies to pounce on her, aiming for her neck and biting down. Blood splattered, and flesh and blood flew everywhere. My mother didn't even have time to scream before she instantly lost her life. Seeing that something was wrong, my father tried to run, but he was still tackled by the two. Snap. I slammed my phone shut, my heart pounding. I had thought of all sorts of possibilities, but I never imagined that Lin Su and Lin An would actually kill my parents. This is too abnormal. That's right. That talisman wasn't a good thing to begin with. It's not strange that there are side effects. Could it be that in my past life as well? There's no use in thinking too much. I quickly called the police. Hello, is this 911? I want to report a crime. My parents have been killed. But I was still one step late. It is said that when the police arrived, there were only 2 bloody, mangled corpses lying in a pool of blood. Lin Su was nowhere to be found. My heart sank. I had a premonition that he, or rather they, would definitely come looking for me. My premonition was soon proven correct. Late that night, my doorbell suddenly rang. Through the peephole, I saw Lin Su standing outside, unharmed. His eyes were bloodshot, and a strange smile hung on his lips. Yeah, I know you're in there. I've avenged you. Open the door for me. As he spoke, he suddenly thrust what he was holding in his right hand towards the peephole. My heart rate suddenly accelerated, and I took a step back instinctively. It was the head of an old man with a white beard. Yeah. This is the master who harmed you. He actually dared to say you were a cursed star and even gave me this evil talisman. He deserved to die. I've avenged you. Aren't you happy? Hurry up and open the door and let me in. Aw, Lin ya, bitch. Why don't you just die? I'm going to kill you. Lin Su seemed to have gained the upper hand by some means. Linen was roaring inside his body but could no longer control it. When he mentioned the talisman, his tone became heavier, suggesting that he might want revenge for himself rather than using it as an excuse to avenge me. Even at this moment, he doesn't forget to wave a grand and high-sounding banner. I took a few deep breaths and opened the small window of the security door. Looking at him through the glass, his breathing instantly became heavier. Then he suppressed it as if he was enduring something. Lin Su, what do you want from me so late? I haven't forgotten about you scolding me. I put on an angry face. Don't pretend. Yeah. You've also been reborn, haven't you? It's all that bitch Lin who alienated us. That's why we couldn't be together. I love you. Yeah. My heart skipped a beat. Lin Su was actually reborn. But with this, it makes sense that he could gain the upper hand. Because a soul that has lived a second life is stronger than Lin An's soul. This is really wonderful. This kind of revenge is more meaningful. I don't understand what you mean. I slowly curved up the corners of my mouth, but my tone remained calm. You admitted it. You admitted it, didn't you? Ha. Yeah. Quickly open the door, so we can be together forever. Lin ya. Damn it. Why can't you just die? Why can't you give me the body? No one wants you alive. Shut up. Yeah. Don't listen to her. Open the door for me. I really love you. Believe me. See, I even killed someone for you. Isn't that proof of my love for you? I looked at him, tilted my head, and suddenly said, Lin Su, of course. I believe you. I'll open the door for you right away. His face instantly lit up with excitement, staring straight at me, as if looking at prey. That's great. Yeah. I knew it. I knew you loved me. You're different from everyone else. I want to be with you forever. He. Lin ya. Sister, what I just said was out of anger. How could I hate you? Come out quickly. Mom and Dad are also waiting for you. Let's have a family reunion. I approached the peephole with a smile, nodding slowly. Then, under their incredulous gazes, my expression twisted into something utterly ferocious. A surge of intense black energy erupted behind me, coalescing into 2 arms that pierced through the security door, seizing the duo's souls and tearing them apart, piece by piece. Impossible. How could this be? This is impossible. Lin Su and Linen turned to flee, but it was too late. Their souls were caught squarely in the grasp, forced to watch as they were ripped to shreds. Didn't expect this. Did you? Lin Su, I was indeed reborn. But unlike you, I was reborn with resentment. If it weren't to wipe you two out in one fell swoop, I wouldn't have waited until today. I will make you both taste my pain. I tore their souls into 108 pieces, and only when their souls had turned to ash did my powerful resentment dissipate completely. From now on, I am purely human, bereft of his soul. Lin Zu's body stood there blankly, still breathing, reduced to a vegetative state. I simply called the police, explained the situation, and waited for them to come and take his body away. Technology can't detect resentment. After reviewing the surveillance footage, the police only saw him shouting wildly at my door, talking to himself, while I communicated with him entirely through a closed door. Combined with his prior criminal record for murder, the police quickly took his body away. It's finally over. I can begin a new life now. I inherited all of my parents' estate, besides this house that I knew about. They even had a fully paid-off house under their name, a gift specifically for my sister's rebirth. It all ended up benefiting me in the end. The day after receiving this inheritance, I went to their graves and told them everything. Having died once, and knowing about Lin Su and Lin An's situation, I naturally understood the existence of souls, so I was there to strike at their hearts. Dad, Mom, that fortune teller was really accurate. I really did doom your whole family and get your inheritance. Sigh. If you hadn't orchestrated all this, I might not have been able to get all this. But after all your fussing, I've become the biggest winner. You must be so pleased in heaven, right? In a daze, I thought I heard that familiar angry scolding. Bitch. May you die a horrible death. May you die a horrible death. I should have just strangled you. A gentle breeze passed, leaving nothing behind, only my last words still lingering in the air. It'll come again, when I'm doing even better.